see some results that way. So hopefully we can, find a way tonight to grab 2 points. I think the guys need to just start seeing some results for their hard work. Every loss is killing them. It's killing us as a staff. I've nenever been in a situation in my coaching career where I haven't had 10 wins in the month of January. And so it's one of those things that every day we're fighting to improve and keep seeing the growth in this moving forward.
Again, here with Chuck Weber, Heartlanders getting set to go against Kalamazoo. 2 guys that are new. Let's talk about each of them. Each grew up 15, 20 minutes from where I grew up, but Anthony Ferriolo's back, which is great, and then Nick Carabin comes in as well. Both guys, strong NCAA careers, both still pretty young in their pro career. Anthony, I guess, a third-year pro now from the last time he was here as a rookie, and then Carabin we saw with Cincinnati earlier this year as a rookie. So give us the rundown on each.
Yeah, Anthony was part of the trade with Atlanta. It took a little while to get that one over the finish line as far as getting him with reporting and stuff like that. And, he's going to be a solid puck mover. Immediately steps into PP1. He leaves a good pass on top. I mean, we've been having to run 5 forwards as a power play unit, and it hasn't had success. So hopefully moving him back there, he's got a history of being able to sift pucks from there, distribute. Will hopefully help that power play get to that +1 number that we're looking for from that way. And he's a solid, defender, good feet. Nick Carabin, had a solid career at Princeton. I coached against him for 4 years in the ECHL. Went on for his grad year at UConn. Had a good run in the NCAA tournament there. He's another young defenseman who's just looking for an opportunity. Looking to play. Doesn't want to be the out of the lineup guy. So we're going to give him a chance. He's not going to play tonight since he just got in town. He's going to watch us play, skate today, skate tomorrow, and then be in the lineup on Friday. And then something we haven't had in our D-Corps really at all this year is competition. Now we have guys that, hey, if you're not playing well, you're going to watch, whoever it is, from that standpoint. So the best motivator in hockey is the bench. From that standpoint, or even worse, being not even dressed for a game. So hopefully, we're going to see some growth that way. We're going to see competition, which is going to hopefully be able to push us forward as a team.
Chuck, thanks for a few minutes. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Finer.
Again, that's Chuck Weber. We'll be right back. Heartlanders and the Wings getting set to go.
The Forest is no longer quiet.
For the first time in team history, it's a long time coming, the Iowa Heartlanders are going to the Kelly Cup playoffs.
Iowa has turned to a proven winner to take the reins. Chuck Weber.
Playing at our best hockey, we're going to be winning by volume. We're going to be out shooting teams, out hitting teams, and out working teams night in and night out.
I got on the phone with the coaches, and I was immediately super excited. Help push for a playoff run, and hopefully we can do something good here.
Iowa comes from behind and wins 4-3 in overtime.
Every play, every shift rustles the branches.
Sandwiches across, shot. Oh, what a shoulder save! Iowa 3, Fort Wayne 2, 7:07 gone in double overtime.
Everybody here has aspirations, whether it's getting to the American Hockey League, the National Hockey League. Important here that while they're wearing the Heartlanders jersey, they embrace that. They have their feet on the ground and they want to make the best of their time here at the Extreme Arena.
Got to stick to our same way and, keep playing desperate, keep playing with that edge, and I think we'll be good starts.
In the stands, the Herd stands strong, bound by pride and community.
Yuki scores! We're tied! Yuki Mura, his biggest moment as a Heartlander!
Welcome to the ECHL, Matthew Sock.
Join us. The full force of the Heartland has only just awoken.
Mura is on it first, shoots, he scores! Yuki Mura, a bullseye! Iowa's Yuki Mura, an empty net goal at the Fishers Event Center!
And if we can do that, I think the fans are going to have edge of their seat excitement. We'll sell them the whole seat, but they're only going to need the edge.
Defend the Forest. Guard the Herd. Protect the Heartland. Now, let's get out to your voice of the Heartlanders, David Fine.
Heartlanders getting set to go against the Kalamazoo Wings here on a Wednesday night. Freezing Wednesday night here at Extreme Arena. Feels like 0 out after at this time around yesterday it was feeling like it was in the 40s. It's a Midwest winter for sure. For the Heartlanders, looking to beat the K-Wings for the first time since October. These teams have played 5 times this season. The K-Wings owning a 4-1 record against the Heartlanders. Iowa at 1-3-1 in the season series. And for Iowa, William Rousseau looking to pick up the victory in the season series. It would be his first against the K-Wings this year. This is his 3rd straight start against Kalamazoo. K-Wings won by 1 goal in Kalamazoo on Saturday, 2-1, and then they came from behind to defeat the Heartlanders 4-3 on Sunday. Same goaltending matchup the last 3 games. Rousseau against Ty Young, who's at 5-1 on the year. 2.5 goals against and a .918 save percentage. Referees Nolan Bloyer and Emil Sharon. Linesmen J.P. Waleski and John Watson. Puck put down. Iowa wins the faceoff and they move right to left. Wings take it away and Cox with an immediate quick shot off the pads of Rousseau. And a wrap chance in front of the net is stoned away by Iowa. Thomas Stewart, who felt he was slashed on the hands when he gave the puck away last time, takes it mightily through the center of the ice sheet. Collision, and it could be a one-on-one here for Gontus. It is. He swivels, he shoots, and a save made by the legs there of William Rousseau. 2 early saves, 30 seconds in for Rousseau, and Iowa makes a change. For the Heartlanders in their home cream jerseys, cream buck on the front of the chest, black numbers, gray piping. And the K-Wings in their red, white, and blue jerseys per usual. Red base this time, white K on the front of their chest. Blue numbers and white lettering. K-Wings with Cam Knuble from center ice to Drasner. Breaks in over the left wing line. Drasner gets pumped into the sidewall by Jack Robilotti. K-Wings shoot. Pad save made on Nolan Walker, who was wide open in front of the net to tip it on. So 3 early pad saves by Will Rousseau. Wings puck, left wing corner, Heartlanders end. Walker to the line for Drasner. Jaden Lee walks into a wide open Walker shot, and Liam Coughlin blocks it with 1 knee, and the Heartlanders scoop and clear it out of the zone. K-Wings are on fire to begin here. Offensively, Heartlanders looking to respond. Anthony Ferriolo on the ice for his first shift with the team in 2 seasons. And he blocks a shot in front, then Rousseau makes a leg save once more, and it's out right of center. 2 minutes gone in the first period, and it's a 2-on-1 for Kalamazoo. Preston with Strand to Strand. He shoots, and another kick save. William Rousseau doing it all himself. 5 saves in the first 2 minutes of the game. Well, sometimes you need your goalie to be your best player. This has been Rousseau dominance. 17:50 to go in the first. And Iowa scoreless with Kalamazoo. Iowa puck corner their side, right wing. Look for the long exit with Ferriolo. 3 goals, 9 points this season with Atlanta. Played for Iowa 2 years ago. Tim Lester in the house, Iowa football's offensive coordinator, by the way, just checking in with us. Big K-Wings and Heartlanders fan. Of course, used to coach at Western Michigan. Now has lived here in Iowa the last year. Some celebrities in the crowd. It's down the length of the ice, and it's an icing on the Heartlanders. So 17:15 to go in the first period. We have no goals, no score. Yeah, how about that? Iowa football offensive coordinator Tim Lester in the house. And he's good friends with Joel Martin, became good friends with Derek Damon, Heartlanders head coach. Now, I'm sure he's going to start that relationship with Heartlanders head coach Chuck Weber in his first season with the team. $17:15 to go in the first after the icing on Iowa. Faceoff taken by the Wings in the Heartlanders zone. Faceoff win to Spencer Kennedy. 2 assists last game for Kalamazoo enforcer. Got in a fight last weekend, doing a little bit of everything for the K-Wings in the last couple games. K-Wings looking to sweep the Heartlanders. They've won 4 in a row in the season series. Both teams have never won more than 4 in a row against each other. All time. Iowa to the right wing circle. K-Wings end, slivered away. McDermott to Stewart. He shoots from the right dot and blocked wide of Ty Young. To the high slot, wide open Nelson. Shoots it high of the glove. No traffic in front, so Nelson trying to pick his spot as opposed to going for a rebound chance in front of the net. 3:40 gone in the first period here at Extreme Arena. K-Wings wind it out of their end with the big Kennedy. High in the air, back to Iowa's right wing corner. Nathan Burke upended there by Stevie Leskivar. And Burke coming from Quad City in the SPHL for his ECHL debut. Here's Jackson Nelson, 1-on-2, backhands it, big save. That's a leg denial there by Ty Young. Mobley to the high slot, gets aggressive with it, turns it over. Oh, wow, it could have been a breakaway. Mobley blocked it, comes down the length, and David Kiefer has the puck. That looked like a disaster waiting to happen. Good on Mobley, kept on following the play. Drasner is open in front. Wheels behind the net, and a shot is blocked again. Man, the Heartlanders have bent a little bit. They have not broken 2 or 3 grade A scoring chances among the K-Wings, 5 credited shots on goal. Furiolo falls in front of the net. Here's Skirving centering. Just missed. 5 minutes gone in the first. K-Wings biscuit. Mainolfi wires one into the glove hand of the stickless Russo, who had his stick knocked out of his hand. So 6-7 saves already from Will. 15-11 to go in the first, and scoreless, Heartlanders and the Wings. Heartlanders looking to get out of the back-to-back game slide after they beat Toledo, ended their 10-game winning streak last Friday. And for the K-Wings, they had lost 4 in a row out of the holiday break, now winners of back-to-back games. Both teams, as we've seen, capable of getting on hot stretches. Iowa started the season hot. K-Wings looking for their longest winning streak of the season tonight. And a stretch there in mid-November where they got hot, moved into a playoff spot. Kalamazoo jumps into Iowa's right corner with the puck. Todd Skirving off the puck battle win to the trapezoid. Meanwhile, Kyler Wall is all over the Swedish-born Alexander Stenson. Iowa muscles it away. Schultz shoots from the blue line and fought off by the pads. Iowa left circle. Waggling move. Kumpalainen unleashes. 5-hole save held by Ty Young. No rebound. Face-off. Well, a great look there for Rasmus Kumpalainen, looking for his 3rd goal in 2 games. Dragged through his toes, beat 2 defenders, came to the left slot. But Ty Young makes the leg stop without a rebound. 14:28 to go in the first, still no score. Comes down the length of the ice into Iowa's zone. Here's Liam Coughlin off that faceoff that originated in Iowa's O-zone. Turned over by Kelty back at the blue line. K-Wings puck their side. Davis Pennington. Off Nolan Walker, taps it into Iowa's right wing corner. And Iowa unleashes it with Kumpalainen, missed off Sackeman's stick, so an icing on Kumpalainen and the Heartlanders. Kumpalainen indicating he hit the stick of Sackeman, but not called, so Iowa with another icing. Now the Heartlanders looking to get into the flow of this game here. 13:57 to go in the first, and scoreless, Iowa and the Kalamazoo Wings. Well, as you can hear, we mentioned in the pregame show, this time of year seems like there's always a bug going around the locker room, and we're toughing it out in the broadcast booth tonight for sure. A lot of vitamin C and water on the agenda. Not taking this broadcast off for you at all. I mean, the voice is not 100% here, but we're doing our best as William Rousseau doing his best. Makes his 8th save already. K-Wings won the face-off, put a light one on from the blue line, and Rousseau covered it. So Rousseau and the Heartlanders looking to gut out a win on a Wednesday. Back next on the Heartlanders Broadcast Network.
Or just don't feel well enough to exercise, Black and Gold Chiropractic and Wellness can help you feel better and take an active approach in learning about your health concerns and goals. At Black and Gold Chiropractic and Wellness, we want to get you on a path towards optimal health with patients playing an active role in their recovery. Black and Gold Chiropractic is the only chiropractic office located in downtown Iowa City, making it a convenient and accessible location for everyone in eastern Iowa. Call Dr. Zach Fackler and Dr. Sidney Morris at Black and Gold Chiropractic. The Defend the Forest campaign is about coming together to support our team and defend our own at Extreme Arena. The Forest is Extreme Arena, our sanctuary, where we find protection. We defend our home and each other, and we need you, our fans, to be at your best supporting our team. Defend the Forest, guard the herd, protect the heartland. Shop new Defend the Forest merch by visiting iowaheartlanders.com/shop.
Heartlanders caught in their end off the faceoff. Still no score here, 13:43 to go in the first period. Wings shoot from the line, blocked. Liam Coughlin blocks Jaden Lee. Fires again to net front, and the Heartlanders stick it aside. Wings on fire with shots. They're pacing for 65 in the game, have 9 through the first 6 minutes. 13:25 to go in the first period. Here's Kumpalainen, takes the big strides, enters the zone, and whacked away by Jaden Lee at the left post. Mira slides out incidentally into Ryan Cox, apologizes to him. Leskovar tattoos Spencer Kennedy coming across the line. Wings puck, right wing circle, Iowa end. Here's a chance for Pennington. Shoots, kick save, 10th of the game, Rousseau. Players just falling all over the place. Preston gets snowy legs. Pennington's wide open, right slot. Man, wide open. They score very easily there. David Kiefer, nobody on him, 1-0. Well, felt like it was going to happen at some point, and it does. Iowa had given up 10, 11 shots on goal in the opening 7 minutes, and on what's credited right now as the 11th shot, David Kiefer by himself makes it 1-0. That goal at 7:11 of the first period. Iowa in need of an oil change here out of the opening gate. The grade A chances have been meaningful for Kalamazoo. Good chances early on. And Kiefer bags his first of the season since returning from retirement. Now Iowa ices it immediately after the faceoff, so we'll do it again. Back in the Heartlanders zone. So a goal, and then 10 seconds later, the Heartlanders need a reboot here with a face-off in their zone. Kiefer's first goal of the season series, and his second goal and 9th point ever against the Heartlanders. For the Heartlanders, you want to see a lot of what we've been talking about the last few games, the compete in the defensive zone. Jackson Nelson walks it into the K-Wings end, centers it and misses. Wings enter Iowa's zone with Bielek to Walker. Avoids a stick check. Gontusa's shot is blocked away. Jackson Nelson, nice stick block. Matt Sopp comes in one-on-one against Robbie Drasner, takes him into the corner. And Sopp alone in front. Stick waggles wide, and it was sticked away. Sopp had the look in front of the net, but couldn't unfurl the shot. It's underneath his toes here. Centers, blocked back to him, same spot. Another extra pass. Whacked away to Guntus, and Sopp changes. Iowa going 11 forward, 7 defensemen tonight with the scratches. K-Wings going one man short at 12, or make that 11 and 6 tonight. William Rousseau forced to cover up on a shot to the net front. So his 12th save, or his 11th save already, 11:23 to go in the first period. And the K-Wings ahead 1-0 on the Heartlanders. K-Wings play the Central Division nearly every one of their games this year. Per usual, they're so close to teams around the Central Division that they play Fort Wayne an hour and a half away 10 times, Toledo
2 hours away 8 times. Bloomington 4 hours away 13 times. Indy's 3 hours away 10 times. Cincinnati 5.5 hours away, but they'll play them 12 times this year. K-Wings against the Bloomington Bison against the Heartlanders above 500 against every other team still below Hockey 500. And they don't play an out-of-division game until basically March, the last week of February. Crazy stuff. 11 minutes to go in the first period. Iowa puck, Ferriolo over the line, whacks it to the net front and gloved. No rebound made by Ty Young on that one, and we'll get a face-off. 10:59 to go in the first period. 1-0 score. The Kalamazoo Wings doubling the Heartlanders in shots, and Kiefer 7 minutes into the first period, scoring the game's only goal. Ty Young signing that NHL deal with the Vancouver Canucks a few years ago. He's an Alberta native who played in the WHL for Prince George. Grew up in a single mother household. Talking to NHL.com, said that helped him learn a lot about hard work, what it takes, seeing his mother work as hard as she did on a day-in, day-out basis. And now trying to clean sheet the Heartlanders over a week of a season series to go 3-0 against them. Delayed penalty coming. It's on Iowa. McGuire touches the puck, and what do we have? High sticking call. Trying to see if there's blood there on Gontus. And there is. So this gets worse and worse for Iowa luck-wise. We mentioned in the pregame show the 1-goal regulation losses that the Heartlanders have taken, and now down 1-0 early. K-Wings have a chance to put a few more on the board with their power play. So a 5-on-4 edge coming for Kalamazoo. Their man up checks in 23rd in the league at 16%. And the Heartlanders checking in. This is their best aspect, their penalty kill at about 81%. 19th in the league. So Leskovar in the box for 4 minutes, double minor, high sticking. Iowa clears the puck all the way down in the opening 15 seconds of the PK. Stewart ushers it down the right wing side and regathered by Jaden Lee of Kalamazoo at Trapezoid. Still early on, halfway through the first, but the K-Wings looking good, up 1-0 on the power play for another 3.5 minutes. Stenson chips it out right of center for Mira. Comes in one-on-one shorthanded over the left wing line. Here's Yuki going wide, shooting it. Stick save in front. Ty Young diving out. 9:40 to go in the first period. And the Heartlanders down 1-0. 3 minutes left of the PK. Oh, Robalati jumps around the fallen Gontus, and he shoots from the right circle into the glove hand of Young, and he covers up. So 2:56 left of the penalty kill. 9:30 to go in the first period. 1-0. Kalamazoo in front. Iowa wins the faceoff shorthandedly still in their attacking zone. Rattle it around Thomas Stewart into the left wing corner. Here's the speedy Gontus. Comes in 1-on-2. Robalati blocks it with his leg, and McGuire clears it down to the slot of the K-Wing side. 9 minutes to go in the first period. Here's Kalamazoo with 2:28 left of what was a 4-minute double minor. They haven't gotten a shot on goal yet. Looking for their first power play goal against Iowa since the first 2 games of the season series. Wide open in front, Kiefer looking for his second. Patted away on Gontus. K-Wing set up at the left circle. Bielek Fans on the pass to that's Gontus fanning on the pass to Bielek. Those two give a give-and-go pass behind the net, but misintended for Gontus. So those two having a little trouble passing it back and forth, and it's a tie-up in the right corner. 1:40 left of the PK. 8:15 to go in the first. Iowa down 1-0. Trying to gut out a Wednesday come-from-behind win now. Walker sets up a one-timer, and Bielek is open. He shoots, and he scores. Just like last game, 2 goals in the opening about half of the first period for Kalamazoo. They lead 2-0. Colin Bielek, he has that heavy shot. He finally gets to unleash it. First point of the season series for Colin Bielek. 7th of the season, his 4th goal since opening night. Recently got out of a goal drought. He went about a month and a half without a goal from November until late December. That's his 7th goal ever against the Heartlanders. Left wing circle, just tattooed that puck. Iowa allowed Walker to feed it to him as we return to 5-on-5, and the K-Wings are 1 for 2 on the power play. They didn't score on the front end of the 5-on-4, but net their 2nd one of the season. Again, Iowa trying to build the positivity here. Down 2-0 at home. Trying to get the crowd behind you here tonight for big home games against Toledo on Friday and Saturday. Walker and Pennington get the assist on that goal. So already a multi-point game for Davis Pennington. Iowa caught up in their end again. The puck been on Iowa's side of the ice a fair amount here in the first period. K-Wings pacing for 20 shots on goal this period. And shot out of play by Kalamazoo. So we'll get a face-off. 2-0 Kalamazoo in front of the Heartlanders on the Heartlanders Broadcast Network.
Again, with FloHockey, you'll have access to all live events this season. Visit FloHockey.tv to catch all the action and archive footage of the event. And it's now available at FloHockey.tv on the Flo Sports apps on iOS or Android, plus Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and Chromecast. The Iowa Heartlanders are proud to partner with Electronic Engineering in Cedar Rapids. Electronic Engineering is the official communications provider of the Heartlanders and is a premier provider of communications products in Iowa. They can provide you and your company with the expertise and local knowledge essential to finding the right solution for your communication needs. Their services include equipment repair, GPS tracking and paging services, along with security solutions, airtime solutions, radio and device management, system management, and two-way radio rentals. Choose Electronic Engineering in Cedar Rapids, the official communications provider of your Iowa Heartlanders.
.30 to go in the first period. K-Wings off to a strong start here on the road. Ahead 2-0 against the hometown Heartlanders, home for the first time in a month and trying to make the home fans happy by pulling off their 4th road victory of the season. Iowa with the puck after the face-off. Skyhook down to the K-Wings end. Kumpalainen grabs it from Wall, who fell. Kumpalainen open at the slot, shoots. Chest save made right on the K logo by the very square to the puck, Ty Young. Well, who's it going to be that starts to get this thing going on the right bend for the Heartlanders here? Defensively, Iowa needs some slight improvements, giving up 14 shots in the opening 13 minutes of the game. Iowa puck to the right wing circle, picked off by Spencer Kennedy, and he skyhooks it behind the Montville, New Jersey native. Anthony Ferriolo out of Army West Point. Iowa dunks it into the right corner. Mira taken out. 6:17 to go in the first period. There's some hard work from McGuire. Lines up Pennington and makes it harder on him than he had in those opening 10 minutes of the game where he picked up 2 assists already. Wings manufacture it back to the right circle. Ferriolo, some good net front battling, lifts the stick of the defender in front, or of the forward Gontus in front. Pennington to the right point. To Lee. Right wing circle, Iowa ends. And Iowa picks off, leads it for Sopp. This is a breakaway. Left slot. He shoots, kick save. And Pennington ripped him around the arms, and Sopp couldn't unfurl the shot. K-Wings ice it the other side. The whistle blows with 5:26 to go in the first period. Your score, 2-0 Kalamazoo over the Heartlanders. Heartlanders fans, on home game nights like tonight, the Fan Zone is the place to be to win prizes and grab merchandise offers at the team store. Hop on the Zamboni, win your next auction on Dash Auctions. And catch up on the latest news. Visit iowaheartlanders.com/fanzone for more information. K-Wings have finally gotten their original 5 back on the ice before the icing. So here we go. And they are going to be caught, actually, with 4 forwards on the ice. So I don't think this was their original 5, but it's the 5 the linesmen sent out. Preston's playing defense, and K-Wings win the faceoff out of their zone. Sackerman checks on the ice as the second defenseman. 5:10 to go in the first period. Heartlanders trailing 2-0 at home. Power play goal from Bielek at the left circle, and then Kiefer by himself in front at the left post. Clipped off his stick to Jackson Nelson. Iowa's done pretty well in getting shots, but K-Wings with a little bit more of a dangerous variety early on. Nice play by Mobley. Lays a branding hit on Strand, knocks him down, and Strand passes it back into his goalie for a faceoff. 4:43 to go in the first period. The Heartlanders trailing 2-0 to the Kalamazoo Wings here on the Heartlanders Broadcast Network.
When you're at a home game, heading to our website and visiting the Fan Zone drop-down is the best place to get everything you need to know on one page. This includes more info about Zamboni rides, predicting the outcomes of games for prizes, viewing our schedule, visiting the team store, and seeing what other specials are on tap. Visit our website at iowaheartlanders.com, click on the Fan Zone tab, and you'll unlock your full potential at Heartlanders home games. When you're at a home game, heading to our website and visiting the Fan Zone drop-down is the best place to get everything you need to know on one page. This includes more info about Zamboni rides, predicting the outcomes of games for prizes, viewing our schedule, visiting the team store, and seeing what other specials are on tap. Visit our website at iowaheartlanders.com, click on the Fan Zone tab, and you'll unlock your full potential at Heartlanders home games.
Iowa down 2-0 at home with 4:43 to go in the first period. David Fine with you. Heartlanders fans, follow the Heartlanders merchandise account at GoHeartlandersMerch and visit iowaheartlanders.com/shop to see our latest merch drops so you can be decked out when you come to Wednesday night, Friday night, Saturday night home games, and some Sundays at Extreme Arena. Iowa looking for more momentum here. Takes the puck in over the line. Here's Sopp, drop feed to the left circle. Kumpalainen a shot. Blocked. Rebound in front is clicked over. Sopp to the left post. K-Wing side. Kelty Jerry Leon, 4:20 to go in the first period. And inside of the Kalamazoo end of the ice. K-Wings dump it out right of center. Kiefer from the logo pounds it around the glass. Here's Anthony Ferriolo, third-year professional. Ripples it behind the K-Wings net. Ferriolo viewed for Chuck Weber as a defenseman that can provide some power play presence, play strong defensively as well. Leskivar slaps one. Pad save made, Ty Young. We just saw this from Iowa last game. They fell behind 2-0 early, came back 3 goals in a row. For a 3-2 lead in what was ultimately a 4-3 defeat. 3:30 to go in the first. You can feel Iowa starting to play a little bit better than those opening 5, 6, 7 minutes where K-Wings were tattooing them with shots. Lee for a slap shot from Skirving is covered up. No rebound. William Rousseau feeling the brunt of 15 early shots. He has 13 saves. 3 minutes to go in the first period. 2-0 Kalamazoo. Well, for Rousseau and the Heartlanders, starting to improve defensively over these last few weeks. Iowa, coming into the holidays, they were giving up 4.5 goals a game over a month. More than that, it was closer to 5. 4.75 goals over a month-long span. Now coming out of the holidays, only given up 4 goals twice in about the last 3 weeks. And we say 4 goals, that's normally, if you get to 4 goals in a game, normally you win 80-90% of the time. The other team would need 5 to beat you otherwise. K-Wings center it, wide open Kiefer, and Max Patterson drops the stick on him and blocks it away. Good play, good support. Those were the kind of shots finding the net front the last couple minutes of the first period. Lucas Helland, a wraparound chance in front, patted away. Ty Young on the other side answers Helland's attempt for the first goal of his season. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first period. K-Wings ahead 2-0. Cox wheels it off the toes of Rousseau and hobbled away off the wall. Skyhook from McDermott. Gloved down by Kyler Wall, who seemed to be the only one in the building that knew where it was. Iowa shutters it away with Thomas Stewart. Dunks it to the left wing half wall, the K-Wings end. K-Wings play simply to ripple it out right of center. This is a K-Wings team that half their games, slightly more than half their games, have been decided by exactly 1 goal. 16 of them, and they've won 10 of those. You know, if you win 20-ish 1-goal games a year, a lot of times you're going to the playoffs. And we were talking about how there's an element of luck to 1-goal victories. Obviously, you think an overtime, shootout, what's more random than a skills competition. Even more so, we were sort of theorizing during the pregame show that for the Heartlanders, losing some of these 1-goal games in regulation rather than getting the extra point, getting it to overtime, has been unfortunately sort of a source of their woe. Last year, they only lost 4 games all year and by 1 goal in regulation. And you talk about last weekend, they lost 2 in a row by 1 goal in regulation. So hopefully trying to turn it the right way, start to gut out a little bit more of these 1-goal games, and even if you don't get the win, try to get some of these to overtime, hopefully here or there. Ferriolo, great sense of time and place. 1 minute to go in the period. Iowa trailing 2-0. Right-handed shot, Jaden Lee. Misfires for, wow, they waved the icing off. They said it hit Stan's stick. I don't think anyone saw it except for the far linesman. 35 to go in the first period. Wide open Gontus. Fanned on the shot. Iowa catches a break. Gontus got loose to the right slot by himself. So still just 2-0 Kalamazoo. That could have been worse. Iowa through center. Schultz a breakaway. He shoots and he scores! Brandon Schultz with 10 seconds to go in the first. And Iowa feels some positivity going into intermission. It's a 2-1 Wings lead. Well, a heady play by Schultz, really. He saw the K-Wings gamble a defender up the right side of the ice.
And he simply just went to the Kalamazoo defensive blue line, waited for the pass, and unleashes a wrist shot high and over the blocker hand. Second breakaway of the first period for Iowa. And they are down 2-1. So face-off drop, 6 seconds to go in the period. Final center ice shot from Wall is gloved by Russo at the horn. Gotta feel good about that if you're the Heartlanders, who started out on a little bit of a rut, but you end the first period with Brandon Schultz's third of the year, getting a pass from back in the Heartlanders defensive line to the K-Wings defensive line and scoring. 2-1 is your score, the Heartlanders trailing the Kalamazoo Wings. Shots in that first period. Iowa took 13, and the K-Wings took 16. We'll be back after this on the Iowa Heartlanders Broadcast Network.
The Iowa Heartlanders team store is revamped with great merchandise this season, including those new jerseys you see on the ice, and is easy and accessible to either order online or visit the next time you're at the Iowa River Landing. The team store is located on East 9th Street attached to Extreme Arena and is open Tuesday through Saturday and on Heartlanders game days. You can also easily shop online at iowaheartlanders.com/shop. The Paul Park Real Estate Team with Lepic Krager Realtors would love to help you achieve your real estate goals. As a proud season ticket holder, you can find me on the glass. I'm the bald guy cheering on the Heartlanders to whip some buddies. Working with Paul is a walk in the park. At Paul Park Real Estate, we will fight to help you win. Visit paulparkrealestate.com for more information or follow us at Paul Park Realtor on social media.
Let's go Landers!
Tune into Iowa Heartlanders hockey. The Heartlanders ECHL hockey team is back for another season of intense action right here on Mediacom MC22 with fights, goals, explosive hits, and heart-pounding wins. The chase to the Kelly Cup playoffs starts when the temperatures freeze at Extreme Arena, and you can catch it here on Mediacom MC22.
Whether you have chronic aches and pains or just don't feel well enough to exercise, Black and Gold Chiropractic and Wellness can help you feel better and take an active approach in learning about your health concerns and goals. At Black and Gold Chiropractic and Wellness, we want to get you on a path towards optimal health, with patients playing an active role in their recovery. Black and Gold Chiropractic is the only chiropractic office located in downtown Iowa City, making it a convenient and accessible location for everyone in eastern Iowa. Call Dr. Zach Fackler and Dr. Sidney Morris at Black and Gold Chiropractic.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 38th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2026 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2026 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to FloHockey.tv.
Here on the Iowa Heartlanders Broadcast Network at intermission with Rasmus Kumpalainen. And Rasmus, been here for a few weeks. How do you like living in Iowa City so far?
It's not been bad. Yeah, it's been good. Guys are really nice. Staff, all the people here have been really welcoming, and yeah, it's been good so far.
I talked with Cam Butler when you guys came down about, obviously, you want to make your way back up to the American League and to higher heights. being here, sort of embracing the moment, playing a lot of minutes, what's that been like for you to get some success offensively and defensively here?
Yeah, honestly, it's been great. The plan was to come here and, like you said, play big minutes. And I think I'm 20 years old, so I think that's the most important thing for me. Obviously the role up there in the ECHL was a little bit smaller, so I've been really enjoying playing a big minutes, and I just want to win some more games here.
You had 2 goals last game. How have you felt since coming down here, kind of refinding that offensive goal-scoring touch at the pro level?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's getting better every day. I think getting used to those big minutes more. Like a couple of first games, I was pretty gas out there. So, yeah, I mean, it's getting better, and hopefully I can, keep it going today and the next game. So, yeah.
You're a big guy, 6'4". Have you been tall your entire life, or did you have a growth spurt at some point along the way?
I think I grew a lot when I was around 14, 15. I had a big growth spurt and grew a lot. So I think at that point my skating got a little worse. So I'm just still trying to build on that. But yeah, I think I haven't really grew up in a year or so at all. So yeah.
Was it always hockey for you growing up in Finland?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, nothing.
No other sports, no soccer, no anything else?
In summers, I played soccer, and I like to play like a lot of sports, tennis, stuff like that. But competitive-wise, it's always been hockey. Do
you always play forward your entire life? Ever step back at defense or goalie or anything?
When I was younger, actually, I didn't play goalie, but I was always in the street hockey. I was most of the time goalie. But most of the time I've been forward. It's just been natural for me. And actually, since I was young, I've been playing most of the time center. So, yeah.
Since Minnesota drafted you back a few years ago, how wonderful has it been, your experience with them, the player development folks, Matt Hendricks, like just everyone, Minnesota folks all around?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, it was just such an amazing feeling to get drafted. And I think it was like the whole season after that I played in the ECHL was just like so amazing feeling, like being drafted, and then I got signed, and then the mindset kind of changed that, okay, like now I want to make the NHL in the future, and it's been great, and yeah, it's working to progress and just they helped me a lot, and I've just tried to work my ass off. So.
Yeah, living in North America, obviously you did it a few years ago for Oshawa. Coming here, living in the United States, what have you liked? What surprised you about living in the U.S.?
Yeah, I mean it's not bad at all. Obviously, it's different than back home, but I think that OHL year where I lived season away helped a lot to this year, and I think it's all about just perspective. Just embrace the moment you are, and hasn't been bad. Everything's been good.
Rasmus, thanks for a few minutes. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Again, that's Rasmus Kumpalainen. We'll be right back and continue our Iowa Heartlanders intermission coverage here on a Wednesday against Kalamazoo.
Ready for some action on the ice? Get down to Extreme Arena in Coralville for the heart-pumping and hard-hitting excitement of Iowa Heartlanders professional hockey. Picture this. You're on the glass watching the players fly by. You feel every collision, hear the roar of the crowd, and see the players celebrating a big goal right in front of you. You can save money by purchasing single game tickets in advance at iowaheartlanders.com. The Iowa Heartlanders have partnered with Shields to present the Nonprofit of the Night at Heartlanders home games this season. The Nonprofit of the Night program highlights organizations in our community and gives them an opportunity to fundraise for the important work they do. To learn more about Shields and their mission to be an active part of our community, visit iowaheartlanders.com and check out our Nonprofits of the Night this regular season. The Iowa Heartlanders have introduced revamped premium seating options for this season, including at the United Iowa Financial Party Deck, new suite options and glass seat options. Food and beverage is included in select packages, and you can find out more information by visiting iowaheartlanders.com. Don't forget, when you're in a premium seat, everything that happens around you makes you feel like you're a part of the game. The Iowa Heartlanders and Mid-American Energy Company are proud to team up again this regular season. Mid-American Energy Company has been a partner with the Heartlanders since day one. and we're grateful for their support of Iowa Heartlanders broadcasts. Also, a huge thank you to Mid-American Energy Company for helping to present the Heartlanders' Best Field Trip Ever Day, which brings thousands of students in eastern Iowa out to Extreme Arena for a fun and educational experience. Who doesn't love a field trip with the Iowa Heartlanders? And thank you again to Mid-American Energy Company for making that possible. Single game tickets are available for our 5th anniversary season. Visit iowaheartlanders.com to secure your seat for any game and check out our theme night schedule. Let's go, Heartlanders! Gather your squad. Heartlanders group tickets are now available. Visit iowaheartlanders.com to explore all of our group ticket options. Whether you know it or not, you're a part of a group somewhere, whether it's your office, your kid's sports team, your church, your place of prayer, and anytime you're in a group of 10 or more. We can't wait to see you and your group at a game.
We're back here at our first intermission report. Just heard from Rasmus Kumpalainen. First of all, I mean, he's 20 years old. He's living in a foreign country. Amazing to hear how mature he is as a young man, his appreciation for where he's at right now, and continuing to play really well for this team. Obviously, second-round pick, rookie season, North American pro. He wants to get back to the next level as quickly as he can, but appreciating playing 25 minutes a night as a forward while he's here. He had probably the best scoring looks until the final 10 seconds of the first period when Brandon Schultz got a pass from Elliot McDermott. And the Heartlanders getting their third of the season from Schultz with 10 seconds to go in the first period. Before that, with 8:07 left in the first period, Colin Bielek. 4 minutes earlier, 7 minutes in, David Kiefer giving the K-Wings the 2-0 advantage. So 2-1 your score in this one. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Here on the ECHL, kind of a lighter night around the Premier AA Hockey League. Reading is at Worcester. Your score there through 2 periods is 1-0 Railers over the Wedding Royals at the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. Anthony Rapace, the lone goal against the Royals. And the Jacksonville Icemen are at the Florida Everblades. 3 minutes to go in the second period in that one. Florida's Jet Jones scored midway through the game. Holden Whale for Jacksonville earlier in the second. And Florida with 3 minutes left in the second, just destroying Jacksonville with shots. 29-9. But for the game, a 1-1 score. Indy is at Fort Wayne tonight, normally physical games there in the Hoosier State rivalry. And a 1-0 score, Matt Petgrave scoring for Indy early in the first period. That's the only other game going on in the ECHL tonight besides this one. No late games tonight. We are the latest game going on in the Premier AA. Iowa Wild, they are at home on Friday and Saturday. They are off since last Saturday, which was 4 days ago, an overtime loss, 5-4 against Tucson. Good on the Iowa Wild in that game. Overcame a 4-1 third period deficit. And for the Minnesota Wild, they have today off. They'll play tomorrow at home against the Winnipeg Jets. And then they go on the road for 3 in a row. Saturday, 11:30 in the morning Central Time. They'll be at the Buffalo Sabres. Game on NHL Network. And then on Monday, they'll take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. And at the Montreal Canadiens on Tuesday before they return home on Thursday. Taking a quick look at the standings around the ECHL, Wheeling, 12-point lead for first place in the North Division. Maine, Reading, and Adirondack rounding out the top 4, which is, of course, important because the top 4 in every division make the playoffs. Playoff teams out of the South right now would be Florida, South Carolina, Atlanta, and Savannah. Toledo, Fort Wayne, Bloomington, and Indy comprise the top 4 of the Central, followed by Cincy, Kalamazoo, and Iowa. And in the Mountain Division, the 9-game winning streak of the Kansas City Mavericks has them second place in the entire league at 50 points. 1 point back of Wheeling, still best in the show. Best in show here in the Premier AA. Tahoe, Idaho, and Allen round out the top 4 of the Mountain Division. We're going to take another break. We'll be back for the start of the second period when we return here. It's the Heartlanders. Down 2-1 to Kalamazoo.
If you're anything like the members of the Iowa Heartlanders broadcast team, you're always looking not only for a perfect gift for yourself, but also for a friend or family member, specifically team gear, which is why the Iowa Heartlanders team store is the perfect place for you to get updated merch, get that perfect gift, and make sure you're treating yourself from time to time. Browse our collection of hats, t-shirts, jerseys, and more. And come visit us in person at the team store location located next to Iowa Athletic Club and the Extreme Arena main entrance. You can also shop online at iowaheartlanders.com/shop and make sure to follow the new team store accounts on social media for the latest merch drops or hours if you're thinking about dropping in. Just go to iowaheartlanders.com/shop for more information.
The Iowa Heartlanders professional hockey team is ready to bring the excitement on KCJJ this regular season.
He scores! That's a power play goal! Kelty Mania is back!
Join us for some exciting road action when we're away from Extreme Arena. You can find the full schedule on 1630kcjj.com. Listen on the KCJJ app, and of course, listen at 1630 a.m. It's Iowa Heartlanders hockey on KCJJ.
We're celebrating our 5th anniversary season in the Heartland this year. It's a great milestone as we continue to build hockey in Eastern Iowa and make our mark in the Hawkeye State. Visit iowaheartlanders.com and make sure to follow us on all our platforms at Go Heartlanders so you're in the know on our 5th anniversary season specials.
Period end well from Iowa. This goal from Brandon Schultz pulled Iowa within 1. Iowa through center. Schultz a breakaway. He shoots and he scores! Brandon Schultz with 10 seconds to go in the first. And Iowa feels some positivity going into intermission. It's a 2-1 Wings lead. Well, for the Heartlanders, getting that goal from Schultz, trying to get back on the right footing after the first 10 minutes of the first period. Gave up 10 shots, and then on the next shot they allowed, with 8 minutes to go in the first, put them down 2-0. But now you felt some good feelings. You were down 2-0 until 10 seconds to go in that first period. Schultz with his 3rd of the season from just McDermott. They announced it from McDermott and Mira, but on the box score right now, just Schultz from McDermott. And McDermott's starting to play really well for Iowa as well, not just with points, but his overall rounded out defensive consistency. It's up to his 7 assists now. Here we go on the face-off at center ice. Getting your score 2-1 Kalamazoo. As we're off in the second, and the K-Wings win the face-off, and they move right to left. Iowa's Matt Sopp ricochets it back to the high slot of the Kalamazoo end. Davis Pennington boomed off the puck by Mobley's stick. Battle for it in front of the benches, picked up by Cox. Deflects it off Thomas Stewart, and the retrigger from the K-Wings. .30 seconds gone here in the second. 2-1 Kalamazoo. Iowa shoots it all the way down with an icing. And we'll get a whistle, missing Mobley's stick that time. Heartlanders after this host Toledo Friday for Educator Appreciation Night. And then on Saturday, the Heartlanders are home to take on the Walleye again for Dash's birthday party presented by Firehouse Subs. And you can get your tickets at iowaheartlanders.com. Iowa wins the faceoff from their side. And Toledo already in town, arriving here 2 days early. K-Wings pick it up, 2-on-2 rush. Rister from Maine Olfe. Skits wide, and beg your pardon, Cam Knuble had the shot that time. Can the Heartlanders overcome a 2-0 deficit again against Kalamazoo? Oh, Leskovar with a mauling hit on Belek. Leskovar continues to do what he can to try to turn this game the right direction, as we saw on Saturday too with his physicality. And he wins the puck battle. Up along the wall, Coughlin to Mobley. Spinner from Mobley. 3 players on the ice for Iowa. At forward, all above 6'3". And they all start to go for a change, except for the 6'3" Coughlin, who was the smallest among the 6'4" Mobley and 6'4" Jackson Nelson. Slap shot from the high slot. Glove save, Russo on Kyler Wall, no rebound. Minute 45 gone in the second period. 2-1 Kalamazoo over the Heartlanders. Faceoff coming back to Iowa's right wing circle. Shots entering this period, 16-13. They've remained that for now, and assume they'll add one on that last shot at some point. Iowa ricochets, the bunter. Coughlin to Kumpalainen in over the line. Kumpalainen, a confident play at the blue, shoots. And it is blocked in front of the net before Kelty could get a stick on it. Hunter Strand rallies it in over Iowa's line to the left corner. Goes up his shirt, drops in front of the net. Kumpalainen ushers it to McDermott. And McDermott has it taken away. 2-on-1 down low. Here's a shot off the crossbar. Quinn Preston by himself, narrowly missing a 3-1 lead. Well, that one, the first high danger chance for either team in this period. Quinn Preston off the turnover on the 2-on-1 in front of the net. K-Wings, one of the least penalized teams in the league, still have not taken a penalty. And McGuire has his shot blocked out of the zone. Here is Schultz for Iowa. Tayuki slides it to McGuire. Offside, whistle blows, face off. Three minutes gone in the second period. Iowa down 2-1 to Kalamazoo. Time Ryan McGuire, he of Colgate and Northeastern. Formerly before that Belmont Hill and BCHL Penticton before he went to college. It's a tough thing for these guys. You forget so many of these guys not necessarily playing high school hockey, playing prep school hockey, leaving their hometown. For McGuire from Connecticut and Quebec. Big hit from Mira, blows up Jaden Lee in front of the net, but Lee moves the puck down over the Iowa line. Cox to Gontus, ricocheted in front. Ellen gets a stick on it. And the Heartlanders with it behind their cage. Here's Stenson, he turns it over. Second try from Iowa. Comes to Stenson. Oh, he fell down there. Ferriolo helps him out. Those two paired together. A couple 6-footish tall defensemen. Ferriolo lost it. Here's Kennedy. Oh, wow. He was offside. And the whistle blows. 4 minutes gone in the second period. And the Heartlanders trailing 2-1. Nearly a 2-on-1. Iowa had Stenson and Ferriolo on the breakout. And luckily for Iowa, Gontus was changing off the ice. And that's why it was an offside. He was changing from his attacking zone. And so the Heartlanders, by a nose, still in front 2-1. They've allowed the K-Wings to hit a post in the early portion of this period. Just trying to get themselves on the right footing. So we're about halfway through the year. Iowa 9 wins on the year. Player toppled on top of Jackson Nelson. He's out of position, though. That was the defenseman, Maine Olfe. So Iowa skates it into his corner. Sop burns one towards the slot and ricocheted away to Spencer Kennedy. Kennedy nearly fell on his toes, or fell on his face there. He was on the tippy toes. Makes a change. And Russo makes the save on a shot from the right wing point. 15-11 to go in the second period. Your score 2-1. Kalamazoo leading Iowa. Game recap for you quickly here. A little soft reset. Kiefer for the K-Wings at the left post by himself, 7 minutes in. Bielek pumped a one-timer from the left circle on a 5-on-4 power play. The end of a 4-minute double minor. 5 minutes later made it a 2-0 K-Wings lead, but then Iowa gets a goal with 9 seconds left in the first period. Brandon Schultz, who steps on the ice, scoring a breakaway goal. Iowa wins the faceoff from their zone. Here's Schultz getting in on the forecheck. Iowa hums in with McGuire. Robalati a shot. Yanked away. 14:47 to go in the second period. Heartlanders, your score, 2-1 K-Wings. Mira skates it over the red line, and he pitter-patters it in over the K-Wings line. Sliding down over to Davis Pennington with 2 assists, leading all players today. Slap pass pumped off Bielek's stick. Nice tip in behind Will Rousseau. And here's Anthony Ferriolo. He's really confident in his Heartlanders season debut. One hands it positively to Kelty. Centers it. Back to the deep slot. He and McDermott change places. Iowa gets Coughlin shooting. High slot blocked away. Todd Skirving, the big vet. Iowa shoots again, and a kick save made by Ty Young before it ricocheted Kelty. Iowa puck at the left point. Ferriolo sifts one to the net front. Wide, jamming in front on the goal line and covered up by Ty Young on Coughlin. Hit a break, 13:43 to go in the second. Iowa down 2-1, but nice shot from Ferriolo to get that one in off the end wall to bounce to Coughlin in front alone. Back in a minute here. The Heartlanders down by 1 to the K-Wings.
I'm relatively new with Midwest One Bank. I went there to change my auto loan. I fell in love with the place right away.
We're talking with Kimberlyn about Midwest One Bank.
They didn't feel so corporate. They felt very friendly, like a family, to be honest. I got checking account open, savings account, got my debit card personalized. It's like perfect. I can get on my phone and check out all my accounts. Simply better banking to me means having everything right on my phone, accessible, easy to use.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
$10 online youth tickets are back for Iowa Heartlanders hockey at Extreme Arena. Here's how it works. Purchase one regular price ticket online and get $10 online youth tickets to any seating section. There's so many reasons why Iowa Heartlanders games are great for kids, whether it's meeting our mascot Dash, visiting the Landers game trail to play some games, and your kids will never be bored with the high-paced action of Iowa Heartlanders hockey. Visit iowaheartlanders.com to learn more about $10 online youth tickets for your next Iowa Heartlanders home game.
13:43 to go in the second period here. The Heartlanders down 2-1 to Kalamazoo, and Heartlanders fans head to Dash Auctions right now for new player-worn hats. Get your player-worn hats now at Dash Auctions for those special Iowa Connect hats that the Heartlanders just had. 13:29 to go in the second. Iowa puck shoots Coughlin just wide. Right wing point, Thomas Stewart. He ricochets it around the bend into the left wing corner. Again, your score 2-1 Kalamazoo. 7 minutes elapsed in the second period. Kumpalainen whacks it back just outside the defensive line and prickled by Skirving into the K-Wings, or into the Heartlanders corner here. K-Wings center it. Hard pass, just missed. Davis Pennington high and out of the zone. 12:52 to go in the second period. Here's Kumpalainen for Iowa. Takes the hit, makes the play, one-hands it down to the trapezoid. Heartlanders just offside, then onside. Dump it in high in the air with Mira, and it is covered up by the goalie, Ty Young, for a faceoff. Heartlanders fans, new Ticket Plus packages lets you add a one-time exclusive item onto your ticket to the game. Buying a Ticket Plus offer is the only way to guarantee you will receive exclusive items, so order your Ticket Plus package items online now at IowaHeartlanders.com. .12:31 to go in the second period. Iowa has fallen into the flow of this game, down 2-1. And a good thing for Iowa, of course, we're trying to kind of figure out the pace at the start. Kind of been the better team. Only allowed 8 shots in the last period or so. They gave up 10 in the first 9 minutes. Iowa puck, trapezoid. Matt Sopp wheels it to the net front. Mobley, stick to side. Alex Stenson with the big shot from the left wing point. One touches it to Sopp. Has the puck at the left circle. Makes the extra pass. And it's picked off. Didn't really have many other options, though, so not a bad play at all. K-Wings in front of the net. Shoot. Mask save. William Rousseau in front of the net there on Andre Gantus. And Iowa cannot escape their zone. Here is Cam Knuble with it. 11:30 to go in the second. It's Nolan Walker wide open to Sackerman. Passes across and sticked high and out of the zone, and out of play, I should say, out of play by the Heartlanders. 11 minutes to go in the second period. Iowa is down by a 2-1 score. Iowa still without a power play in this game. K-Wings have had 2 chances, and they're 1 for 2. That's the difference in the game. We talked to Chuck Weber pregame about wanting Iowa to start winning the special teams battles. However, over these 3 games, Iowa's only had 2 power play chances. Bielek unleashes another one-timer, and that's cranked into Will Rousseau off the faceoff, makes a glove save without a rebound. So 11:16 to go in the second period. And the Heartlanders trailing 2-1. Face-off win. K-Wings to the right wing point. Sackerman unleashes left. Pennington left circle, shoots it through the top of the crease and wide. Iowa, nice job fronting Cam Knuble at the net front. .10:50 to go in the second. Heartlanders still down by 1. Give it up in their defensive zone. Walker to Pennington. Runs into Ferriolo. A shot to the net front. High stick, played by a high stick. And whistle blows. K-Wings played it with a high stick, so comes out of their zone.
K-Wings starting to get their shooting shoes on a little bit better. Only 4 shots in this period. Iowa, though, limited to 2 shots in search of a tying goal. Halfway through this ECHL hockey game, it's the Heartlanders trailing 2-1 to Kalamazoo. Kennedy gives a little whack to Coughlin off the face-off win for the K-Wings. Burke has it straddled away by Iowa. Here's Coughlin for the Heartlanders. He fires it around the boards intentionally wide. Kumpalainen playing heavy minutes, picks it up, takes the puck behind the net. A lot of confidence to Stewart, whams one wide. That one was hopping on him. And so it's out of the zone. Burke shoots in front. And blocked by Iowa. Cox gets it back. Cox can't jam it in. Back to the right wing circle of the K-Wings end, of the Heartlanders end, I should say. And it hit off the glass. So it's out of play for a face-off. Nearly a delay of game on Iowa, but that one hit the glass on the way out. Iowa has a face-off in their end. Again, the Heartlanders halfway through this game trying to overcome another 2-0 deficit. They did last game, took a 3-2 lead until the K-Wings scored twice in the final 7 minutes. Iowa takes a shot flying over the line with Robilotti, and it's gloved down by Ty Young. No rebound and a face-off and a break. Back in a few minutes here, the Heartlanders trailing by 1 to the Kalamazoo Wings.
Looking for an upgraded VIP experience at a Heartlanders game? Check out our MCI Party Suite for up to 36 people and the Heartlanders Team Suite for up to 14 people. They include beverages, food, and parking passes. You can also book the United Iowa Financial Party Deck for you and up to 99 of your friends at a Heartlanders game. The United Iowa Financial Party Deck is truly the premier party space to entertain family, friends, clients, and coworkers for an unforgettable night out. There's only 36 opportunities to experience the United Iowa Financial Party Deck. So call 319-569-4625 or visit the tickets table outside Section 109 at the Guest Services booth to make sure your space is reserved. Today's Iowa Heartlanders game is being streamed live and on demand on FloHockey, part of the Flo Sports Network. With a FloHockey subscription, you can get access to all Flo Sports sites. That's more than 25 sports and 30,000 events per year. Plus, get in-depth coverage, behind-the-scenes access, original documentaries, highlights, breaking news, and more. Visit FloHockey.tv to learn more and sign up today.
Well, birthday in the house. Brett Boeing, Heartlanders assistant coach. He won't like me to say the age, but happy 31st, Brett. You're an old man like me now. Once, 30, you're dabbling. 31. Sorry. Iowa shoots off the face-off, and it goes wide from McGuire. We're just kidding. Brett, unbelievable guy. And first year as an assistant coach with Iowa. Longtime playing career, former Dubuque Fighting Saint as well. Went up to college, played at UMass. K-Wings waggle it in over the line. And the Heartlanders bend it away. 9 minutes to go in the second period. Heartlanders, they give it away alone in front. Preston to nobody. Wow, Preston just missed. So both teams want to forget that ever happened. Iowa player lost an edge. Preston, K-Wings leading point getter alone in front of the net, and he passed to nobody behind him. And there's not much more nice you can say about it, both teams with mistakes. As a result, Iowa feeling lucky, still down by just 1. .8:30 to go in the second period. K-Wings team that's fighting to stay in the playoff hunt. A Heartlanders team that's trying to find their rhythm. Falling 8 points back of the K-Wings here over the last few days. These teams playing for the third straight game. 8 minutes to go in the second. Sop unleashes a top shelf wrister that is blockered away. Good stop. Iowa open at the left point. Robolati, though, at the right point. Taken out by Gontus. Wow, both refs looking at it. No call. He got hit high above the shoulders on his neck. 7 minutes to go. 10 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the second. Heartlanders break it out of their end. And here is Jack Robolati. Trapezoid, Heartlanders end. Pressed off by Preston. Trying to atone after a minute ago he had that chance all open in front of the net. Wall with a shot. Kick save made by Russo. And now they call a penalty against Iowa. Whistle and a face-off. And the ref had a better angle than we did, but looked like a rough call with 7:30 to go in the second, and they got Coughlin. Looks like he hit him. Let's see what the call is here. A tripping. I thought Coughlin had hit him around the waist. So K-Wings, similar to the first two games, getting many more power play chances than the Heartlanders. 3-1 last game, 3-1 the game before that. And then 3-0 in this game, 9-2 power play edge over the 3-game series. K-Wings sift one off the faceoff to the right post. Gontus centers a shot. Oh, a kick save. Great stop on the wide open Nolan Walker at the right bar. And the Heartlanders clear it down the length of the ice. .7:05 to go in the second. Heartlanders trailing 2-1. Bielek looking for his second power play goal of the game. K-Wings have gotten out of a 3-game drought without power play goals in this one. It's the back of Nolan Walker's ankle and comes all the way down the right wing side. Iowa makes the change. 6:40 to go in the second. 1:15 left on the PK. Heartlanders trailing 2-1. 2-1 K-Wings scored the first 2 goals. Looking for a 3-1 advantage. Lee to Cox at the high slot. Cox trying to penetrate in there. Passes to the right. Lee feeling pressure. Preston one-times it in his stick. Snaps in half, and the Heartlanders ricochet it all the way down. 6:09 to go in the second. A jailbreak from the K-Wings. 3-on-2 rush. Shoot, right slot. Chest save Russo. No rebound and a face-off. William Russo up to 22 saves. 6 minutes to go in the second. 35 left of the penalty kill. And the Iowa Heartlanders down 2-1. Face-off coming to Iowa's right circle. It is dropped in one by Kalamazoo to the right point for Lee. Wide open Cox, centers, 2-on-0 down low. A shot from Strand and he fanned on it. Wow. Iowa giving up a chance there at the right post, but the pass was not complete. Cox to the high slot. Lee shoots and blocked in front of the net. Iowa backhands it into the K-Wings bench. Face-off stays inside the Heartlanders zone off that clearing attempt. .5:30 to go in the second. 5 seconds left on the penalty kill. Coughlin in the box for tripping. Iowa down 2-1. Here in the getting near late stages of the second period. Iowa off the faceoff. Win it and clear it down the length to Coughlin. Got a near breakaway. Left wing post. Centers and blocked. Attempting to get it to Kelty. Coughlin and Kelty make a change. Here's Mobley from the high slot to Massey. He shoots and blockered away. Ty Young, nice stop through traffic. Iowa's Luke Mobley ratchets it to the blue line for Robilotti, right wing point. Shoots it high of the glove, and Ty Young very screened on that one. Iowa centers a shot, they score! Jackson Nelson ties the game at 2. Iowa kills the penalty, and about a minute later gets a goal with their leading goal scorer, Jackson Nelson. His team leading 11th of the year at the left post has tied this game at 2. 4:50 to go in the second. Well, what a feed from Matt Sopp. No look over his shoulder from the trapezoid to tie this one up. Sopp no looks it over to Jackson Nelson. He's a righty shot at the left post, had the entire net to shoot at, and he picks the short side. Face-off dropped. Heartlanders enter the K-Wings end. A little bit of momentum here. Pinned away by Kalamazoo out of the zone. Well, similar to last game, Heartlanders trailed 2-0. They've overcome a 2-0 deficit against Kalamazoo. Iowa fell 4-3 last game in regulation, but showing their comeback ability. Kelty whacks it behind the net. Iowa to the point. Picked off by Burke. Burke at about 6'2", 6'3", out of SUNY Cortland. Also the alma mater of Iowa's associate head coach, Mike Lisi. Sopp and Massey grab the assists on that one. So Nelson is 11th from Matt Sopp and Noah Massey. And that goal coming with 4:50 left in the second. Icing waved off, wow. And the K-Wings grabbed the puck as the result. Looked like it should have been an icing all the way, and missed there by the linesman, it appeared. And Russo covers it up. 3:30 to go in the second. Iowa has a D-zone face-off when we return, but Nelson and Schultz on the board have the Heartlanders back in this one, tied at 2 here in Iowa.
Today's Iowa Heartlanders game is being streamed live and on demand on FloHockey, part of the Flo Sports Network. With a FloHockey subscription, you can get access to all Flo Sports sites. That's more than 25 sports and 30,000 events per year. Plus, get in-depth coverage, behind-the-scenes access, original documentaries, highlights, breaking news, and more. Visit FloHockey.tv to learn more and sign up today. That's FLOHockey.tv. Attention Eastern Iowa, looking for an action-packed, family-friendly night out? Join the Iowa Heartlanders professional hockey team at Extreme Arena this season. Picture this: the roar of the crowd, the sound of the skates carving the ice, seeing the puck fly into the net. With great promotions for kids and adults. Join the Heartlanders family for a game during their upcoming homestand, and you can save money by purchasing single game tickets in advance at iowaheartlanders.com.
My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah. My life be like times like these that make me say, yeah. Lord, if you see me, please come my way. Like even bring control when I'm straight.
Heartlanders trailing 2-0 to open this game, but they've tied the score at 2. Gave up a goal about 7 minutes in, and then with 8 minutes left in the first. But Iowa now with momentum. 3:20 to go in the second. Goals from Schultz and Nelson have the Heartlanders back up at an even score. And again, David Fine with you. Appreciate you tuning in for free. We're live on the Heartlanders Facebook page tonight for the midweek ECHL game of the year, or game of the week on FloHockey. Skirving picks the short side pocket, but misses for Kalamazoo. Back to the right point, 2:50 to go in the second. Drasner from the left point, right-handed shot. Strings it to the high slot. Iowa playing defense there on Jaden Lee. K-Wings go 3 high, get to the hard areas in front with Arister. Blocked, rebound, pressed in, right wing post. Slings it back to the line. Drasner across, and it is ricocheted into the 6th row, where the best catch of the night, not made by one of the goalies, made by a fan. Sitting there in a row by himself with his, well, a girl who seems very impressed. And the fan made the catch. Wow. Awesome. 2:30 to go in the second, tied at 2. Heartlanders with 2:30 to go in the second, tied at 2. Iowa off the faceoff. Drag it back behind their net. Robilotti spills it to Mobley. Long pass out of the zone for Sup. Flown away by Knubel. Wings puck. Nolan Walker drags it behind the net. A wraparound chance is easily patted away by Rousseau on Knubel. Colin Bielek throws a mauling hit there on Jack Robilotti there. A lot of traffic behind the net, and Robilotti feels the brunt, and then Sup does of Bielek. Iowa's Luke Mobley helps it in over the line for Nelson. This line scored the tying goal for Iowa. Sup assisting. Here's Pennington to the left circle. Back to the high slot for Sackerman. Gives it over to Knubel. Left wing point. Dams it up behind the Iowa net, and Iowa caught in a little bit of trouble in traffic there. Furiolo attempts to clear, picked off. Gontus swings behind the net. Over Mainolfi, and out of the zone. Here's Mobley, grabs it. 2-on-1 with Sup. Mobley down Main Street, misses. Well wide of the net that time. Good try from Mobley, but was kind of caught half pass, half shot, and he missed. Mobley grabs it back, pumps it right. McGuire shoots. Blocker save to Furiolo, high slot. 1 minute to go in the second. Here's McDermott looking for that first pro goal. Iowa tied at 2 here in the final minute of the second. Schultz to Furiolo, right slot. What a move, he shoots, and blocked. Good deke from Anthony. Furiolo stays on the ice here. Hits McGuire's toes. And out of the zone to Kiefer. Kiefer gives a shove to McGuire. McGuire shoves him too. Here's Patterson. Lugs it in over the line. Big 6'6", 230-pounder. To Schultz. No look through his legs for Kumpalainen. And up and out of play, and I think this is a delay of game call. Iowa calling for it like crazy. Look clearly like a delay of game call. K-Wings shooting it out from their defensive, behind their defensive line. Out of play. And they've called it. It's a delay of game on Kalamazoo. It hopped on Todd Skirving, or one of the K-Wings there from their line. 25 seconds to go in the second, tied at 2, and they are ushering Skirving to the penalty box. Iowa finally a power play chance. Just their third in 3 total games against Kalamazoo. And the K-Wings have had, we said 9 earlier, beg your pardon on the broadcaster math error. K-Wings have had 8 power play chances. The Heartlanders just their third over this 3-game mini-series here in mid-January. Face-off coming with 25 seconds to go here in the K-Wings end. Skirving, 2 minutes delay of game. Drasner can't clear it. Iowa holds the line, looking for the lead here late in the second. High slot, Furiolo Arister. Blocker save, 8 seconds to go here in the second. Back to Tony Furiolo, right point, Arister again. At the horn, goes just wide. Good on Anthony Furiolo. Aggressive with shots. That's the end of the period. Iowa has nearly a full power play chance left, 1:35. And we are tied at 2. Well, not a high shooting period really for either team. Iowa had 6, game total of 19. And the K-Wings took 10 for a game total of 26. And again, we're tied at 2 between these Central Division foes. Skirving exits the penalty box for now. He'll have to go back in. At the start of the third period. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the ECHL Plays of the Week when we return, courtesy of Rob Lapolis. Tied at 2 here at second intermission.
The Iowa Heartlanders team store is revamped with great merchandise this season, including those new jerseys you see on the ice, and is easy and accessible to either order online or visit the next time you're at the Iowa River Landing. The team store is located on East 9th Street attached to Extreme Arena and is open Tuesday through Saturday and on Heartlanders game days. You can also easily shop online at iowaheartlanders.com/shop. The Paul Park Real Estate Team with Lepic Krager Realtors would love to help you achieve your real estate goals. As a proud season ticket holder, you can find me on the glass. I'm the bald guy cheering on the Heartlanders to whip some buddies. Working with Paul is a walk in the park. At Paul Park Real Estate, we will fight to help you win. Visit paulparkrealestate.com for more information or follow us at Paul Park Realtor on social media.
Let's go, Landers!
Tune into Iowa Heartlanders hockey. The Heartlanders ECHL hockey team is back for another season of intense action right here on Mediacom MC22 with fights, goals, explosive hits, and heart-pounding wins. The chase to the Kelly Cup playoffs starts when the temperatures freeze at Extreme Arena, and you can catch it here on Mediacom MC22.
Whether you have chronic aches and pains or just don't feel well enough to exercise, Black and Gold Chiropractic and Wellness can help you feel better and take an active approach in learning about your health concerns and goals. At Black and Gold Chiropractic and Wellness, we want to get you on a path towards optimal health, with patients playing an active role in their recovery. Black and Gold Chiropractic is the only chiropractic office located in downtown Iowa City, making it a convenient and accessible location for everyone in eastern Iowa. Call Dr. Zach Fackler and Dr. Sidney Morris at Black and Gold Chiropractic.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 38th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2026 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2026 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to FloHockey.tv.
From across America's premier AA hockey league, this is the ECHL Plays of the Week.
High slap shot, off the glove, and in! Now for the net, he scores! Right there, he scores! Just slip that out to the blue line, shot, score! Rodney scores! Scores! It's rewrite the record book! It's a hat trick! He skates it over the line, Deeks shoots, in the slot, shot, save, game is over!
Hello, ECHL fans. We're almost midway through the season, and it's time for another edition of the ECHL Plays of the Week. Let's start things off in Savannah, where the Ghost Pirates led late in the third period on Saturday night when goaltender Vinny Papura made his huge save on the penalty kill.
Sits in front, Papura makes a save, secondary chance, and oh, what a glove save by Papura! Absolute robbery of Alex Young.
The Ghost Pirates went on to hang on for the victory and notch their 5th straight win. That was Isaac Basinger on the Ghost Pirates broadcast network. The Orlando Solar Bears faced the Jacksonville Icemen for a home-and-home series this weekend, taking 3 of 4 points. Andrew Bruder scored his first goal as a Solar Bear on a well-executed 3-way passing play to open the scoring Saturday night in Orlando.
Is stolen. Here's Conti, 3-on-2. Moving in across the Iceman line, dumped it off Adams left side, backdoor to Bruder, shoots, score! Bruder on his first goal as a Solar Bear to make it 1-0.
That was Here's Joey Batano on the Orlando Solar Bears Hockey Network. The Norfolk Admirals hit the road this past weekend to Glens Falls, New York for a 2-game set with the Adirondack Thunder. Not only did Norfolk snap the Thunder's 6-game win streak on Friday night with a 6-1 victory, but the Admirals also extended their own winning streak to 4 games thanks to Christoph Papp's overtime goal on Saturday night.
Engum cutting hard to the net. Pap. Score! Game over! Christoph Papp.
That was Nick Gimbel on the Norfolk Admirals broadcast network. The Iowa Heartlanders grabbed their first win of the new year in front of a sellout crowd in Toledo.
One-handed off sticks and bodies and turned. Kelty, net front, shoots, chest save. Rebound, Coughlin, goal line, centers, score! Kelty, Cherry Leon, it's 2-1 Iowa!
That game-winning goal was heard on Iowa City's local radio 1630 AM KCJJ with David Fine on the call. The Kansas City Mavericks are coming off a 4-game sweep over Tulsa last week. On Friday, Jimmy Glenn broke his nose, but on Saturday, he scored twice to give his team the insurance lead.
Goes to work, tries to steal it. He gets it from Legrone. Across to Glenn, returns it low height with a shot. Stick save, rebound, wrap around, they score! Jimmy Glenn tucks it home. Tomasic sprawls out, couldn't make the save. Jimmy Glenn with his second goal of the season. And the Mavericks take a 3-1 lead.
The Mavericks would go on to win their 9th in a row. That was Alex Von Keutel and Sean Carrier on the call on the Mavericks broadcast network. Tahoe Night Monsters Samuel Maye scored this late winner on Sunday with just 3 minutes left in regulation to lift Tahoe to a 3-2 win.
Back down for Friesen. Maye collects, slaps one on shot, scores! Back-to-back games with a defenseman recording multiple goals. Samuel Maye.
Maye extended his lead across the ECHL in goals amongst defensemen, and that was Brendan Paul on the call for the Night Monsters broadcast network. The Maine Mariners took 5 of 6 points in Reading, kicking it off with a comeback overtime thriller on Friday. It was second-year Mariners All-Star Brooklyn Kalmakov who would play hero.
Kalmakov in right side. Kalmakov shoots. Saved by Petrozelli. The rebound gets smacked into the corner. Cronin trying to come up with it down low. Cronin does. Centers. Kalmakov scores! Brooklyn Kalmakov completes the comeback. And the Mariners beat the Royals 4-3 in OT.
Kalmakov's goal provided Maine its first win in sudden death this season. That call was from Michael Keeley on the Mariners broadcast network. Kalamazoo hosted Iowa for a pair this past weekend. They took Saturday 2-1 and completed a come-from-behind win with this Ryan Cox goal on Sunday.
Iowa gets a change. Lee will pick it up underneath with a line-in. There's 2 goals in this game as it's skidded right past them. Kiefer drops it. Cox climbing, shooting, score!
Cox has made it 4-3 Kalamazoo, 4:50 remaining in the third.
Cox now has goals in 4 of his last 5, and the K-Wings have points in 14 of 19, jumping back into the Central Division mix. That was Chris Cadeau for the K-Wings broadcast network. On Wednesday, the Adirondack Thunder defeated the Worcester Railers to extend their win streak to 6, and all-star forward Brandon McManus had the hat trick, including this eventual game winner.
Now it's given away. Here's a chance. Shot scores! It's the All-Star, Brandon McManus, his 11th of the season, and it's 2-0.
Wichita returned home on Friday to start a 6-game homestand. The Thunder have had all kinds of fits with the Allen Americans this season. Wichita battled back from a 3-goal deficit to force overtime in a shootout. This save helped push the Thunder into extra time. Here's Reagan Cleaves on the Wichita Thunder radio network.
The point cleared, not out. Sedley, the wrist shot, save, and the rebound. What a save by Tyreek Doughton! Holy limped into the rebound, pulled free on the far side. They still have control to the Americans, out and without.
The Greensboro Gargoyles found their first win of the new year on Friday in Boise. Gargoyles captain Logan Nelson returned to the lineup for the first time since November 7th, scoring 2 goals and picking up an assist in his first 2 games back. This shorthanded tally sparked Greensboro's offense in a 5-3 win.
The offensive end, down to 1:05 to go, and a shorthanded rush being sprung. It's the captain. He's got space there. Here's Nelson to the forehand. Scores! A shorty from Nelly. 3-2, the Gargoyles lead with 1 minute to go in the kill.
Casey Ditzel had the call on the Gargoyles radio network and the Carolina Hurricanes app. And finally, the Worcester Ice Cats took to the ice in lieu of the Railers this past weekend at the DCU Center as a nod to Worcester's American Hockey League club from the late 90s. They tied their game against the Florida Everblades in the third period after trailing 2-0 before Massachusetts native Max Dorrington redirected a shot from the point for the overtime win.
Looking in now right circle. DeMellis, the crowd getting restless. Here's DeMellis. Polkinen shoots, tipped, he scores! Shut the door, close it down, keep the change. Max Dorrington wins it for the Ice Cats. 3-2, your final in overtime.
That's Tim Foley on the call for 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network. More action is surely ahead this week in the ECHL. That's it for yet another edition of the ECHL Plays of the Week.
The Defend the Forest campaign is about coming together to support our team and defend our own at Extreme Arena. The Forest is Extreme Arena, our sanctuary, where we find protection. We defend our home and each other, and we need you, our fans, to be at your best supporting our team. Defend the Forest, guard the herd, protect the Heartland. Shop new Defend the Forest merch by visiting iowaheartlanders.com/shop.
Through Clutch with us on the ECHL Plays of the Week. Been a fun broadcast so far. You heard from Rasmus Kumpalainen during our first intermission report, and then here at second intermission, hearing some of the best from the talented voices around the ECHL and the talented players in the ECHL as we get set for 3 home games this week for Iowa today, Friday, and then Saturday. Friday, Education Appreciation Night, presented by Midwest One Bank, and then on Saturday, the Heartlanders set to oppose the Toledo Walleye in a rematch. After they play Friday, they'll play Saturday, and Saturday's game will be presented by Firehouse Subs for Dash's 5th birthday party, celebrating Dash's birthday with local mascots. In this one, the Heartlanders trailed 2-0, but they've come around since then. Shots were 10-2 Kalamazoo in the opening half of the first period. K-Wings led 2-0 with 8 minutes to go in the first. Iowa scores late in the first. Brandon Schultz and then Jackson Nelson with 4.5 minutes to go in the second period, officially at 15-10, so 4:50 left in the frame. Final score at the DCU Center tonight in Worcester, Massachusetts. Worcester all over Reading by a 4-1 score. Parker Gahagan good in net as well, 21 of 22. And the Railers put it away with Reading's lone strike when they were 3-0. Reading scored with 3 minutes left, but that was all. Nate Burke had the goal for Reading. Worcester dominant otherwise. Well, if you want to be dominant in shots and start getting rewarded, look no further than Florida and Jacksonville. 5 minutes to go in that one. Shots were at one time 29-9 in favor of hometown Florida. Everblades now leading 4-1. Shots are 42-12 Everblades. And 4 goals in a row for Florida. They took 17 shots in the first, 14 in the second, 11 in the third. And looking like they're going to roll to a win there. 5 minutes to go, 4-1 score. Good one in Fort Wayne, Indiana tonight. Hoosier State rivalry at the Memorial Coliseum. Tied at 2 between the Fort Wayne Comets and the Indy Fuel. Fort Wayne, 34 shots, Indy with 20. And wishing the best for Nico Blatchman. He was put on waivers today by the Fort Wayne Comets. He got a 12-game suspension from the league for a boarding call
And hoping Nico can find a new team soon. Obviously a big part of the Heartlanders' playoff run last year. And that's the only other game going on in the ECHL, that Fort Wayne Indy game. Iowa Wild off tonight, looking for their first win of the month of January. They played a bunch of close games on their West Coast road trip, but fell by one goal 3 times in a row to end that West Coast road trip to Ontario and then to Arizona, to Tucson. And the Minnesota Wild, they are off tonight. They'll be back in action tomorrow against the Winnipeg Jets. Second period recap. K-Wings outshot Iowa 10-6, but it was Iowa netting the period's only goal late in the frame. Iowa's Luke Mobley ratchets it to the blue line for Robilotti, right wing point. Shoots it high of the glove, and Ty Young very screened on that one. Iowa centers a shot, they score! Jackson Nelson ties the game at 2. Iowa kills the penalty, and about a minute later gets a goal with their leading goal scorer, Jackson Nelson. His team leading 11th of the year at the left post has tied this game at 2. 4:50 to go in the second. And so that goal from Nelson, evening up the score at 2. Other than that, shots 26-19 in the second period, 10-6 K-Wings. Iowa has a minute and 30 left on a carryover power play. When we return after this, back in a minute, Heartlanders down 2-0 to begin the game, but now have tied it at 2 here on the Heartlanders Broadcast Network.
Since 1946, electronic engineering has been the electronics and communication specialist people depend on, and is now the official communications provider of the Iowa Heartlanders. Founded in Des Moines and with more than 75 years of trusted service in the Hawkeye State, electronic engineering can help you and your company with equipment repair, GPS tracking, paging services, security solutions, radio and device management, airtime solutions, two-way radio rentals, system management, and more. Go to Electronic Engineering with more than 12 locations, including the Corridor here in Cedar Rapids.
Crazy right now if you're following the weather back in Michigan. Winds whipping up to 60, 70 miles an hour off the east side of Lake Michigan where Kalamazoo is located. I believe the weather in Kalamazoo is not quite as extreme, but a blizzard kind of blowing through the area, and wishing the K-Wings a wonderful 5.5, 6 hour trip home. They lose the hour on the way as well. Normally late nights when teams leave Coralville and go back into the Eastern time zone. Iowa 3 hours away from Bloomington to the west. And other than that, Iowa the most western team in the Central Division. Kalamazoo 6 hours, Toledo 7, 8 hours. Fort Wayne's an underrated 6.5 hours. And we always wish teams that come in here the best of travel on the way. 2-2 your score. Heartlanders were trailing 2-0, but playing a lot better since kind of a sluggish opening first 12 minutes. And we'd like to give a big hello to Iowa Heartlanders former video coach, now with the Iowa Wild as a video coach, Eric Michaud. Tuning in back in Des Moines. Heartlander for life through and through. So many Heartlanders, not just the players, making it up to the AHL. Minute 30 of carryover power play time to begin the third. Heartlanders still on their first chance of the game. Skirving in the box for delay of game. Iowa enters the zone off the faceoff, moving right to left. Dip it right. Kumpalainen from the right wing circle. Rasmus, a big minute guy here since coming down to the coast. Lefty from the right circle unleashes goal line. Sapa drag a shot and an armpit save made by Ty Young. No rebound. Face off. Matt Sop, you forget, still so young, a second-year Heartlander, but 22 years old. Won't turn 23 until next month.
and had a nice shot on goal there. 30 seconds gone in the third period. Iowa wins the faceoff to the high slot. Kelty unleashes a wrister. Blocked wide and chopped out of the zone to Gantus. Loses control. Ferriolo recovers. Interesting point made by Chuck Weber, just to have a power play quarterback like Ferriolo. And an offside was called. So important, though, to get Ferriolo here. Of course, these last few weeks, he took his time to report here, which good on him, good kid, trying to chart out his best life decision here and taking about a week or a week and a half. Trade that brought Jack Robilotti here as well, joining his former teammate from Atlanta here. Iowa wins the faceoff to the high slot here on the break-in. Chris break-in, Kelty back to Sop. Ferriolo at the high slot, aims it left, Sop open, shoots. Blocked. Not a lot of an angle there for Sop because Sackerman just erased it and cleared it out of the zone. Iowa with some speed, some space. 15 seconds left on the K-Wings kill. Skirving stands in the box as we hit the final 10 seconds of it. Minute 30 gone in the third. Still tied 2-2. Heartlanders and the Kalamazoo Wings. Iowa makes a line change. And McGuire powers one around the glass. Settles down at the dasher. Left wing side, trapezoid K-Wings end. Here comes a breakout. Just one defenseman back for Iowa. Preston a shot. Bulleted away by the pads of William Roussel. First save of the third period. 25 in the game for Roos. Iowa onside again over the line. Here's Coughlin. Jolts at McGuire, a wrister blocked. And backhand ruffles it to Schultz off the sidewall. 2 minutes gone in the third period. Iowa just fell to 0 for 1 on the power play. When tied after 2 periods this year, Iowa has 2 wins, 2-3 record. K-Wings at 3-2. And they earned a win against Iowa the last time they were tied after 2 periods. Coming into the third period last game, Heartlanders were trailing by 1, 3-2. Ended up being a 4-3 final. Patterson a little bit stuttered on the breakout, tries to make the simple play. Passes to empty ice. Mobley backhands it out of the zone down the length, and it's an icing waved off. Davis Pennington curls it to the left wing side of the K-Wings end. Cox blown up there by Helland. And turn the puck over. Ferriolo bangs one around the glass. Not a lot of activity there from the K-Wings. They allowed Helland to come and take it. Here's a chance. McGuire, a one-timer. Save, rebound, kick save. Ty Young. Back-to-back denials. Helland a wrister. Glove snare made Young 3 saves early to begin the third. Well, Helland setting it up for McGuire there. Great look for the Heartlanders, and really the K-Wings just fell asleep on that dump and chase from the Heartlanders. It allowed a all-alone chance. There were 2 players there for Kalamazoo. Neither took the puck. Helland played the body. And Iowa had back-to-back chances, first from McGuire, then from Schultz. Kumpalainen settles in for the faceoff. Again, the Heartlanders a little bit short at forward, just 11 healthy. So going 11-7. K-Wings also a little battered and bruised. K-Wings get the break in here. Backhanded in front, wide of Bielek. Half wall left side, tosses back to the line. Rattles into Iowa's corner again. Kumpalainen dusts it off. Ferriolo to McDermott. Off the glass, settles at the bottom of the, or never really got to the glass, just the bottom of the dasher. K-Wings looking for a 3-2 advantage. We're 4 minutes gone in the third, tied at 2. K-Wings from the high slot, turn it around the boards to the right wing corner for Davis Pennington. Shot in behind the Iowa net. Puck fluttered into the right wing corner of Iowa's end. 15:40 to go. Here in the third, Iowa tied at 2 with Kalamazoo. Here's Kelty, Jerry Leon. Round the boards to the near side half wall. And out of the zone over the 5th anniversary logo. So Iowa survives about 40-ish seconds inside their end. Linesman in the way, delayed offside. Would have been a breakout for a 2-on-2 rush. Iowa bangs it down to the trapezoid. Ty Young moves the puck into the corner. Iowa flies to it with Jackson Nelson. High slot Stringer and a wrister. Snapped away. Preston goes off the glass, down the length to Strand. Wins the race to the puck into Iowa's left wing corner. Beats Thomas Stewart to the puck and a quick shot. Shoulder save on Preston. Wraparound chance. And another leg stop. William Rousseau goes back-to-back on arguably the K-Wings' best player, Quinn Preston. 5:20 gone in the third. Iowa bounces it out left of center. Red line, Mobley makes the smart play. He's had a good defensively minded game as a forward today. He's knocked it down into the Kalamazoo side. Shots are 29-23 Kalamazoo. That's as many shots as they had all the last 2 games against Iowa. Davis Pennington's open. Knuble shoots. Ricocheted off Kennedy high and wide. Hops Knuble down the length of the ice. And icing is waved off out of all of that. 6 minutes gone in the third. Still a 2-2 score. K-Wings design the breakout. Up the right side, narrated to Gontus. Gets a break of speed. Centers. Sackerman. Pad save. Colin Sackerman. Here it's in front. Kiefer. One-handed out of the zone heroically by Iowa. Well, the K-Wings started to take it to the Heartlanders a little bit in their zone, but Iowa bending, not breaking just yet. Third period's been kinder to the K-Wings than Iowa. To the high slot here, a wide open chance. Strasner is blocked by Yuki. Strasner fumbles the puck. Mira gives him a pop with energy. One-timed wide of the net on the pass to Cox. Slams it to Kiefer. Iowa in their zone for about the last minute here. Back to the high slot, Knuble. Swings it left, Drasner. Shoots, 5-hole save. No rebound, 12:47 to go in the third. K-Wings starting to uncork shots. They've had 2 or 3 on net in the last minute and a half. Still tied at 2 through it all between the Heartlanders and the K-Wings. Here on FloHockey and the Heartlanders Broadcast Network, 13 minutes to go.
The Iowa Heartlanders have partnered with Shields to present the Nonprofit of the Night at Heartlanders home games this season. The Nonprofit of the Night program highlights organizations in our community and gives them an opportunity to fundraise for the important work they do. To learn more about Shields and their mission to be an active part of our community, visit iowaheartlanders.com and check out our Nonprofits of the Night this regular season. The Paul Park Real Estate Team with Lepic Krager Realtors would love to help you achieve your real estate goals. As a proud season ticket holder, you can find me on the glass. I'm the bald guy cheering on the Heartlanders to whip some buddies. Working with Paul is a walk in the park. At Paul Park Real Estate, we will fight to help you win. Visit paulparkrealestate.com for more information or follow us at Paul Park Realtor on social media.
Let's go, Landers! Solid road. Bathing in the city's aqueduct. Well, the highway's alive tonight. Where it's headed,
Heartlanders trying to stay on the right foot. 13 minutes to go, tied at 2, but it's been the K-Wings offense starting to uncork over these last few minutes. Kalamazoo wins the faceoff to the high slot. Kyler Wall rummages it to the forward Cam Knuble, who's playing big minutes today in a grinding role. Jaden Lee from the right point. Scopes it out, feeds the line. Knuble. K-Wings organize. To Nolan Walker. Former 30-goal scorer with Kansas City. Open at the left slot, shoots. Patted away. William Rousseau makes his 30th save. Iowa scoots out left of center. Kumpalainen a head fake and a drag. To Stenson at the right circle. Kicks it back to the line. Kumpalainen finds the puck. Golf balls it off the end mesh in a face-off. "12 minutes to go in the third. Still knotted up 2-2 between the Iowa Heartlanders and the Kalamazoo Wings. Heartlanders fans, next home game coming up on Friday. Tickets start at $10 for the Heartlanders and the Toledo Walleye and the Ollie's cheap seats. Can't wait to see you at that one. K-Wings pop fly it out to the middle. One-handed pass over to Skirving, but hand pass played by Preston's hand over to Skirving, not his stick. So face-off comes to the middle here. Quinn Preston out of the Ohio State University. Played 2 years with the Dubuque Fighting Saints. When he played on Dubuque, he was part of a line in the USHL that was known as the Conehead line with Zach Solo and Colin Tyson, who all three have carved out really nice hockey careers. For Solo, playing in the DEL, the German top league for the Mannheim Eagles, now long AHL career. And Colin Tyson, a former Florida Everblade of last year, scored 51 points, 20 goals. 3 years in the AHL as well. So all those guys, significant experience. And Preston just got called up to the AHL for first time this season about a week and a half ago, up to Abbotsford. Back here trying to change the tide. Heartlanders trying to do the same. Here's the AHL contracted Ryan McGuire. Right wing corner, 11:15 to go. Iowa knotted up at 2 with the K-Wings here. Iowa puck right goal line, a shot from Sup. Blasted off the chest, save made by the impressive Ty Young. Shots 32-23 in favor of Kalamazoo. Oh, a drop feed to Pennington. Shoots. And a save by Russo. Run into. We'll get a whistle. We'll get a face-off, and we'll get extra here. Really, for the first time this game, looks like multiple penalties are coming. One on Helland and one on Pennington, or maybe it was Hunter Strand. They both got their sticks involved, and Helland body slam down on Pennington after Pennington ran into the goalie. The referee pointed out 2 players. Right now only one is going. And it looked like they called multiple penalties, but we're not so sure now. 10:53 to go. Here is the replay. Pennington runs into the goalie. Helen cross-checks Pennington, and then Strand comes over. So I think they're missing a penalty on Strand. Right now, Helen's the only one in the box. And the K-Wings have their power play unit out. So a change in course by one of the referees. Just one penalty called on Helen for cross-checking Davis Pennington. K-Wings to their 4th power play. Win the faceoff, trying to take the lead back. Centered, picked off, cleared to the line by Leskovar well, but not out. Kept in strongly by David Kiefer. Right post, Gontus scores. Power play goal, Andre Gontus, and the K-Wings have scored 2 goals on the power play, and they lead by 1. Again, looked like it was going to be a 4-on-4. 10:36 to go. Gontus has 2 game winners already in this season series, and that, if Iowa can't tie it, would be the 3rd. It's kind of a tough moment for Iowa. 10:36 to go. You fought off a lot of the Kalamazoo pressure, but you give them a power play chance, and it takes 10 seconds to score. Gontus at the right post, who has about half of his goals this year against Iowa. 9th of the season. So 3rd, 3 of his 9. And now Russo gobbles it up and will get a face-off. 10:30 to go in the third, 3-2 score. Kalamazoo in front. Gontus from Kiefer picks up his second point. And the Heartlanders only one power play chance, and we've talked about the discrepancy in power plays over a 3-game series kind of befuddling. And that penalty against Helland, I mean, he cross-checked a guy down on the ice. We're not going to argue against the validity of that, but 10-3 power play chances for the K-Wings. Or 9-3. Again, broadcasters doing math is always trouble, but 9-3 power play opportunities through a 3-game series is sort of a befuddling number. You figure over the course of 3 games, it normally starts to even out, but Iowa just hasn't gotten power play calls this week and then taking kind of a silly one in front of their net, leading to the go-ahead goal. Kiefer and Pennington grab assists on that last goal. And Russo gobbles up a shot from the right circle there, so we'll hit a break. 9:46 to go, 3-2 Kalamazoo. Iowa overcame a 2-0 deficit, now trying to overcome a 1-goal one here in Iowa.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, halfway through the third, K-Wings just scored a go-ahead goal. They lead 3-2 over the Heartlanders. Shots are now 36-23 Kalamazoo. They've outshot Iowa 10-4 in this period. Puck dropped too quickly. They'll have to put a second back on the board. Kiefer, Bielek, and Gontus goals for Kalamazoo. Iowa, Schultz and Nelson. Malone strikes. Iowa wins the faceoff from their zone and shot off the glass out of play for a faceoff by Anthony Ferriolo. So 9:43 to go. Faceoff coming in the Heartlanders zone here. Iowa wins the faceoff. Ferriolo second try, bullets it all the way down the length, and an icing a few seconds after our restart. So whistle blows and we'll have another faceoff. 9:36 to go. Iowa trailing by 1. Davis Pennington, 3 assists. 2 secondaries and a primary. Iowa, meanwhile, Schultz and Nelson have goals. Sop, Massey, and McDermott have assists in this game. Wings win the faceoff to the left circle. Pound one, Gontus. Over the crossbar, missed and blocked to Schultz. Mira runs into Sackerman at the left wing point, and McGuire bullets a one-timer right there into the glove hand of Ty Young. He covers up. So 9:20 to go in the third period.
the Heartlanders remain down by 1. Hey, Heartlanders fans. Sign up to join our newsletter at Go Heartlanders and follow us at Go Heartlanders on social media. The easiest way to stay in the know of what's going on with your Iowa Heartlanders. Maybe Jackson Nelson can get the boys going again. He's got 4 goals, leading all Heartlanders in the series. Wings win the faceoff, no options, and iced by the blue liners. So we'll do it again. Time starting to move slowly here in the third period. 9:12 to go after the 9 o'clock hour here, 9:14 p.m. Central Time. And the Heartlanders with about that time to go in the third. 9:12 to go in the third, down by 1. Iowa gives up the puck off the faceoff. Great play by Leskivar. Prevents a breakaway. Reaches from behind. Strand had leaked out to the middle of the ice. Coughlin with a nice hit there on Strand. In front of Iowa's bench, Leskivar pounds it around the glass. Coughlin makes a change. Iowa puck. Kumpalainen in over the blue line to Sop. One-handed to the line by Sop to Kumpalainen. Sop got taken out from behind. And Sop will stay on the ice, but boy, did he take a big shot there, and Kumpalainen follows through on Strand in frustration. Iowa keeping the shift short here. 8:20 to go in the third. Sifted to Preston, shoots, top shelf, shoulder save. Off Ferriolo's glove at the bench. Great pass by Tony Ferriolo. 8 minutes to go in the third. Here is a pass to the high slot. McDermott to the right circle. Backhands it in front. And a save made by the leg. You could hear the pads there of Young. Iowa clicks it back to the point. Iowa 3 high here. Try to get guys to the muddy areas and do and shoot and blocked wide. Ferriolo activates. Been arguably Iowa's best defenseman in his season debut today. Sop is pressured off the puck by Cam Knuble. 7:30 to go. Sop wins the puck battle. And Knuble stings him back and hit him on the ribs and took it away from him and cleared to center ice. Sop goes high in the air off the glass. Stays on the ice here. Underneath him, down the length to Jack Robilotti, and Sop gives all the energy he has, gliding back to the ice. Gliding back in front of the benches, makes the nice change. Hard-working shift there from Matt Sop, trying to get Iowa to tie the game once again. 7 minutes to go. K-Wings in front, 3-2 on the Heartlanders. Iowa puck there, trapezoid with Alex Stenson. He might be a candidate to tie this one from Iowa if a blue liner is going to do it. 6:39 to go. Iowa enters the zone courtesy of Stenson's 1-on-2 rush in. And backhand plugged it into the corner. Big hit there from Ryan McGuire. Follows through hard on Kiefer, and Kumpalainen steps on for him. Iowa keeping these shifts to 30, 35 seconds at their desired rate right now. Massey levels it in from the red line to the trapezoid. Iowa puck to the high slot. A shot from McDermott, patted away. Kumpalainen grabs it back, feeds to Schultz. He is double shifting here with Patterson. Kumpalainen is with Patterson and Schultz. McDermott slips away and fires again, wide of the net from the left wing point. 5:49 to go. Iowa to the trapezoid with Max Patterson. 3-2 Kalamazoo. Heartlanders seeking a tie here. McDermott from the high slot, plummets it right. Shot by Massey, goes wide, and now Iowa's pinned the K-Wings. McDermott from the high slot. Registers it to Patterson. Drop feed to McDermott, drives left circle. Wheels behind the net. He is demolished there. Preston took him out of the play. And the K-Wings, courtesy of Preston, have cleared it. 5:20 to go. K-Wings looking to sweep Iowa over a 3-game middle of January series. 2 on the road for Iowa, 1 at home. This is the only home one.
K-Wings, if they earn the win today, they would win the season series. They'd be 5-1 against Iowa. Teams only have 3 games left after today. Mobley smokes it away at the middle. 4:55 to go. Bielek chopped in too hard there. Nice check from Jackson Nelson. Lee, though, for the K-Wings. Right point, he shoots. Wide of the screened Roussel. And your score is 3-2, Kalamazoo over the Heartlanders, and we'll have a media timeout at our next stoppage here. Sop, dekes by Knuble, breaks in over the line, goes wide on Jaden Lee, hits the brakes in, slammed by Colin Bielek in the corner. Mobley pounds Bielek down, Bielek iced it, whistle. 4:21 to go, Iowa trailing by 1. K-Wings trying to muddy the waters a little bit here. It's an icing. They have to send the original 5 back on the ice. Only had 4 players on, and then the linesman selects Gontus to be the 5th K-Wing to come back on. If the score holds, if Iowa can't get another goal, Gontus will have powered his 3rd winner in 5 K-Wings wins in the season series. 2 third period, go-ahead goals, and an overtime goal. Iowa not dead yet, though. 4:09 to go. Mira got hit by a stick down, and Iowa still feeling power play discrepancy here. Over this 3-game series, we said it earlier in the period, K-Wings 9 power plays. Iowa's had 3. K-Wings have 2 power play goals. The Heartlanders do not have any over their 3 chances over a 3-game series. K-Wings 2 man-up goals today. That's why they're in front. 3:40 to go. Feeling like getting near last-ditch time for Iowa here. Probably going to think about pulling the goalie in the next minute or minute and a half, but trying to keep the belief. 3:30 to go. Iowa burns it around to the left wing circle of the K-Wings end. McDermott takes a shot, ground balls into the glove of Ty Young for a face-off. 3:19 to go. Iowa trailing by 1. We'll take our final break of the game here in Eastern Iowa.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 38th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2026 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2026 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to FloHockey.tv.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only
Iowa keeps Will Roussel in the net for now. Still way too early to pull him. 3:20 to go. Iowa is trailing by a 3-2 score. Go-ahead goal from Andre Gontus here early in the 3rd. Shot from Matt Sopp through traffic is blocked away from the net. And Gontus' goal with 10:36 left, so a middle-of-period goal on the power play. K-Wings winning the math numbers, those 2 special teams goals. Iowa will need probably a 3rd even-strength goal or a 6-on-5 goal at this point if they want to get at least a point out of this one to tie it. K-Wings puck through center. Shoot from center ice, gloved by Will Roussel. Underrated 34 saves for Will Roussel today. K-Wings win another puck battle. To the left circle, wide open, Sackerman. Misses wide, he maybe had the game on his stick. would have made it a 4-2 score. Instead, Iowa gave up a chance in front to Sackerman. That shot went wide, and with 2:20 to go, the Heartlanders still breathing, down by 1. K-Wings 12-8 the shots in this third period. Iowa trying to tie. 2 minutes to go. Russo stays in the net for now. Another one-goal game between these teams. K-Wings have won the first 2 games by exactly 1. Ferriolo, a shot. Oh, a glove save. Ty Young robs Ferriolo coming down the left slot. And no rebound and a face-off. 6-on-5 skater edge. A great pull there. Russo coming to the bench. Schultz's centering pass in. Ty Young makes a brilliant glove save with Ferriolo nearly tying it. 6-on-5 skater edge. 1:50 to go. Iowa down 3-2. Face-off win, Kumpalainen to the line. Ferriolo from the left wing point to Schultz. Passes back to the deep slot. Ferriolo receives. 100 seconds to go. Iowa with the net empty, down by 1. McDermott over to Kumpalainen. Schultz sneaking to the back door. Iowa to the deep slot. Shot McDermott. Chest save, and the rebound popped over the crossbar. Iowa to McDermott. High slot. He shoots. K-Wings block it. Knubel clears it off McDermott, left of center. Good plays both teams, but the K-Wings leading by 1 with 1:13 to go. Schultz racing through a couple K-Wings. Beat Knubel and then beat Bielek. Backhanded it to Jackson Nelson at the right post. Under a minute to go in the third. Iowa down by 1. Tie up in the right wing corner. Iowa's Schultz to Ferriolo at the deep slot. He shoots. Blocker save. And cleared out of the zone by the K-Wings with 44 seconds to go. Ferriolo turns an edge. Passes left. Misfires. Sackerman for the empty net. Shoots wide. Icing on Sackerman. 34 seconds to go. Looked like it maybe hit off a Heartlander, but not the case. So 34.5 seconds to go in this game. The Heartlanders trailing by 1, and they have utilized their timeout. Face-off coming into the K-Wings end after Sackerman just iced it. K-Wings again trying for 3 straight wins against the Heartlanders here in mid-January. They beat them last Saturday, last Sunday in Kalamazoo. Iowa has led 1 time over the 3 games. They led 3-2 early in the third period against the K-Wings on Sunday. But kind of the familiar story for Kalamazoo. When they score first, they are normally excellent. And this season, more of the same, looking for their 7th win out of 13 when they've netted the game's first goal. Not only that, they've been excellent at getting it to overtime as well when they've scored the first goal. 34 seconds to go. Here we go on the face-off. 6-on-5 skater edge. K-Wings right wing circle. Nelson wins the face-off to the deep slot. Ferriolo hit it off Gontus out of the zone. 28 seconds to go. Kelty Jerry Leon, 24 seconds to go. Right side of the red line. Prickles it around the K-Wings defense. 17 seconds to go. Trapezoid left side. Iowa wins the puck battle. Nelson. Kumpalainen a shot. Top shelf. Just missed the crossbar. Out of the zone. 8 seconds to go. And 7-6. Heartlanders re-enter with 3 and 2. Jackson Nelson with 1. A shot off the shoulder at the horn. And the Kalamazoo Wings, for the 3rd straight game, beat Iowa in regulation by exactly 1 goal. Today, the K-Wings get 4 power plays to Iowa's 1. They score on 2 of them, and that's the difference in the game. The K-Wings man up. 2 for 4 on the power play. Iowa, for the 3rd straight game, given just 1 man-up chance. We're going to keep it here for the 3 stars. Tough luck for William Rousseau, makes 35 saves in defeat, and for Ty Young, 28 saves in victory. While we get ready for the 3 stars of the game, our next home game will be on Friday at Extreme Arena when the Heartlanders take on the Toledo Walleye, celebrating our amazing local teachers, faculty, and staff of the ICCSD, Friday, January 16th at 7 o'clock p.m. And then on Saturday, January 17th at 6 p.m. It's Dash's 5th birthday party. Tickets start at $10 for all Iowa Heartlanders home games, including $10 online youth tickets and $10 as well for all ages, starting in the Ollie's cheap seats. Third star of the game from the Heartlanders, Brandon Schultz, a breakaway goal. Your second star with a go-ahead goal, his 3rd game-winning goal of 5 K-Wings wins and of 6 series games, Andre Gontus, and 3 assists for the first star, Davis Pennington. Well, that'll just about wrap it up here. Can't wait to talk to you on Friday for the Heartlanders and the Toledo Walleye. For now, this is David Fine signing off. Have a great rest of your night.